Hello everyone, welcome back to Euphony Academy, where we help you master your English pronunciation to speak more confidently and fluently. If you've ever struggled with pronouncing English consonant sounds, today's lesson is perfect for you. We're going to explore all English 24 consonant sounds together using IPA symbols, real-life examples, short stories, and even some fun tongue twisters to make learning easy and fun. Stick around to the end because I will share some simple tips to help you sound more natural and confident when you speak English just like a native. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson that helps you take your English to the next level. Alright, let's start. This is a voiceless consonant and it's pronounced p, p, p. We can hear the sound in the word pin, pin. Let's practice the sound with this. Peter put a pen in his pocket. 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 P. The next sound. This is a voiced consonant and it's pronounced b, b, b. We can hear this sound in the word bats, bats. We can hear it at the beginning of the word bats, bats. Let's practice it with this one. Bella bakes big bread. Bella baked big bread. Bella baked big bread. That's good. Here is another consonant sound and it's pronounced t, t, t. We can hear the sound in the word top, at the beginning of the word top, top, top. This sound has a song in Jollyphonics. The sound is t. Tim took 10 tiny turtles. Tim took 10 tiny turtles. Tim took 10 tiny turtles. Can you say faster? The next sound. This is a voiced consonant and it's pronounced d, d, d. We can hear this sound at the beginning of the word dish, dish. Let's practice with this one. Davy's dog dug a deep hole. Davy's dog dug a deep hole. There's a song for this in Jollyphonics as well. Like this, it goes like this. See me play on my drum. Playing drums is lots of fun with a da 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 da. See me play upon my drum. See me playing on my drum. Playing drums is lots of fun with a da 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 da. See me play upon my drum. Right, look at this sound duh. We have this sound before the sound r. Before the sound r, so you have to pronounce the two as drum. For example, in this song, again, see me playing on my drum, drum. You can say drum. If you pronounce it as drum, it's also correct, but if you like to speak with the modern RP, you can just say drum. We have the sound d and the sound r together is going to change the sound to what? To j. Drum. 100. That's good. Let's go to the next sound. This is another consonant sound and it's pronounced k, 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 k. We can hear this sound at the beginning of the word cat. It's a voiceless consonant. Cats. K, not ku. The sound is not ku. Right? So let's practice this sound with this. Katie's cat chases the king's kite. Katie's cat chases the king's kite. Katie's cat chases the king's kite. It's a voiced consonant. The next sound, this is another voiced consonant and it's pronounced g, g, g. We can hear the sound at the beginning of the word game and also at the beginning of the word go. Game, go. Let's practice it with this. Greg gave the girl a game. Greg gave the girl a game. G, g. Listen and repeat after me. G. That's good. This sound is a voiced consonant, and this is a voiced consonant. K. And this one, g, g. So the reason we call it voiced consonant is that whenever you're pronouncing the voiced consonant, your vocal cord is going to vibrate, it's going to shake. G. Right. So let's go to the next sound. This is another voiced consonant, and it's pronounced ch, ch, ch. We can hear this sound at the beginning of the word chair, and also at the beginning of the word church. Chair. Ch, ch, ch. Let's practice it with this. Charlie chose cheese for lunch. 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 The next sound, this is another voiced consonant and it's pronounced j, 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 j. We can hear this sound at the beginning of the word jam and also at the beginning of the word giant, 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 giant. The first one is jam and the second is giant, giant. Jam, giant. Let's practice it with this. Jerry jumped over a giant jar of jam. Jerry jumped over a giant jar. Jerry jumped over a giant jar of jam. 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 This is a voiced consonant and it's pronounced we can hear this sound at the beginning of the word fish, not fish. It's pronounced as fish, fish. You can also hear it at the beginning of the word phone, phone, not phone. No, it's phone. Let's practice it with this. Fred found a funny fish. Fred found a funny fish. Let's say it faster. Friend found a funny fish. Friend found a funny fish. Friend, no. Fred found a funny fish. Fred found a funny. Oh no. Fred found a funny fish. Fred found a funny fish. Fred found a funny fish. Try it. Right. Let's move to the next sound. This is a voiced consonant, and it's pronounced v. The first one, the voiceless, is pronounced as. To produce this sound, you have to use the upper teeth and your lower lip. Then you pop the air, you pop it out. The second one, the voiced consonant, you also pronounce it using the same mouth shape. The upper teeth and also the upper teeth and the lower lip. Right? So you can hear this sound at the beginning of the word van. Van. And also at the end of the word of. Of, not off. Of is OFF, that is off. But OF is pronounced of, or you say of. When it's strong, you say of. But when it's weak, say of. For example, a cup of tea. A cup of tea. A piece of cake. A piece of cake. A piece of cake. Right, so let's practice with this one. Vicky's voice vibrated softly. 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 This is another voiceless consonant, and it's pronounced. For you to produce this sound, because I know lots of Africans are struggling to pronounce this sound, to produce it right, you have to use your upper teeth, your lower teeth, and also you have to stick out your tongue like this. Then you puff out the air. Just as if you want to pronounce F. Just, right? Like this. Just as if you want to pronounce the sound, this sound. But this time you have to use the upper teeth, your lower teeth, and your tongue. We can hear this sound at the beginning of the word thin, and also at the end of the word bath. You can also hear it in the word anthem, not national anthem. No, it's national anthem. Anthem. Anthem, not anthem. No, it's not anthem, it's not teen. Thin. Right, let's practice with this one. Before we go into this, learn how to say it right. Thin. Thin. Bath. 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 Theo thought of a thin thread. Theo thought of a thin thread. Theo thought of a thin thread. Thin, very thin. Theo thought of a thin thread. Alright, let's go to the next one. This is a voiced consonant, and it's pronounced v. 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 Right? I want you to say this. Say the. 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 Right? Stick out your tongue and just make fun of it. The. The. Good. Right? To produce this sound as well, you have to use the upper teeth, your lower teeth, and your tongue like this. Then you have to produce it just to see if you want to pronounce V. the sound v. But this time you have to use your upper teeth, your lower teeth, and your tongue. Like this. Then you force it out. V. 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 Right? We can hear this sound at the beginning of the word this, that, and also at the middle of the word mother. Mother. This, that, mother. Say, this is my mother. That is my brother. But he is my father. That is my mother. This is my brother. And he is my father. Say that. That's good. Let's practice it with this as well. The mother told them that they'd do better. The mother told them that they'd do better. The mother told them that they'd do better. This is another voiceless consonant and it's pronounced s. 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 Right. There's a song for this in Jollyphonics. It goes like this. The snake is in the grass. The snake is in the grass. S. S. The snake is in the grass. The snake is in the grass. The snake is in the grass. S. S. The snake is in the grass. The sound is s. We can hear this sound at the beginning of the word sun and also at the end of the word bus. Sun, bus. Sam sung softly on the bus. Sam sang softly on the bus. Sam sung softly on the bus. Sam sung softly on the bus. The next sound, this is a voiced consonant and it's pronounced z. 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 Now I want you to say this. Bzz. Bzz. Good. Zzz. Zzz. We can hear this sound at the beginning of the word zoo. 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 And also at the end of the word is, not is. It's is. Is. Zach zipped around the zoo. 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 This is another voiceless consonant and it's pronounced shh. 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 We can hear this sound at the beginning of the word she. Fish. She and fish. She, fish. You can also hear this sound at the middle of this word. Nation. Nation. All right? So let's practice with this one. So we can hear it in the word fish and she. Okay, let's practice with this one. She shopped for shining shells. 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 Or you say, she shopped for shiny shells. This is another voiced consonant and it's pronounced zh. 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 It's a voiced sound and that's the reason it's vibrating. Zh. Zh. We can hear this sound at the end of the word before the last vowel in the word pleasure, not pleasure or player. No, it's not player, it's pleasure. Pleasure. You can also hear it in this word. Measure, not mayor or measure. No. Pleasure, measure, not pleasure or player. No, it's pleasure. Measure, not measure or mayor. Measure. Let's practice with this. The treasure gave her pleasure. Let me sing this song for you where we can find this. My ship rose over the ocean, my ship rose over the sea. My ship is filled with treasure, all for you and me. My ship rose over the ocean, my ship rose over the sea. My ship is filled with treasure, all for you and me. Blow, wind, blow, blow, wind, blow. All right, let's go to the next sound. This is another consonant sound, and it's pronounced we can hear it at the beginning of the word hat, home, and the word home. Harry had a happy hat. Harry had a happy hat. So I have a video on this one, on this sound. All right, I'm going to drop the link in the comment section. Click it to learn more about this sound, to practice this sound. This is another consonant sound, and it's pronounced mm. Mm. It's a nasal sound. It's a nasal sound because the sound must come from your nostril. Mm. Let me close my nose to show you the sound won't come out. Can you see it? No, because the air coming from your vocal cord, from your esophagus, has been blocked by your lips. It's escaping through your nose. Can you hear it? Not right. You can hear it at the beginning of the word man, and also at the beginning of the word moon. 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 Let's practice with this. Mum made a mighty meal. Mum made a mighty meal. Mum made a mighty meal. The next sound. This is another nasal sound, and it's pronounced mm. Mm. Your tongue has blocked the air coming from your vocal cord. Yeah, your tongue has blocked it. Your tongue have to be at the back of your upper teeth like this. Can you see it? So it's coming through your nostril. Can you hear the sound at the beginning of the word no, and also at the beginning of the word name? Let's practice with this one. 9 new names were noted. 9 new names were noted. 9 new names were noted. Here is the last nasal sound we have here. This is another consonant sound. It's a nasal sound. So for you to produce this one as well, you have to raise the back of your tongue like this. There's a song for this in Jollyphonics. Listen to it. If you're strong as you know it, say If you're strong as you know it, say If you're strong as you know it and you really want to show it, if you're strong as you know it, say Listen to it again. If you're strong as you know it, say If you're strong as you know it, say If you're strong as you know it and you really want to show it, if you're strong as you know it, say Alright, so let's practice it with this one. Sing, sing, ring, king. She sang a song in the ring. She sang a song in the ring. The next sound. Look at this sound. This is another consonant sound, and it's pronounced l. L. This sound can be pronounced in two ways. We have the light L and the dark L. The light L, if you want to produce it, it goes like this. L, L, L. So it must come from up to down, from top to bottom, right? Like this. Light. So we often have this sound at the beginning of words, like this. For example, in the word lights, look, leg. So it's coming from up. The tongue has to come from up. Light, leg, look. Right? On the other hand, the dark L, the tongue must come from down to up, like this. Milk. It's oh, 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 like this. Milk. You can hear it. You can hear the dark L in the word milk. Oh, it's sounding oh, not milk, not milk, not milk, not l. It's oh, milk. Well, milk. Right? Let's practice this. Look, look, look. Lucy loved looking at the lights. Lucy loved looking at the lights. Lucy loved looking at the lights. The next sound. This is another sound and it's pronounced r. For you to produce this, you have to roll your tongue. R. R. In Britain, this sound is often omitted at the end of words. For example, if you want to say this word, in Britain, you don't say sister, you say sister. If you want to pronounce this word in Britain, you don't pronounce the R, just say brother, teacher, father. So, but we have a vowel word immediately after that sound, after the sound r. You have to produce it, you have to pronounce it and link it. For example, car engine, car engine. You have to say car engine, father-in-law. For example. Right, let's practice the sound. Red, run, red, run. Ryan ran with a rabbit. Ryan ran with a rabbit. Ryan ran with a rabbit. The next sound is y. 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 We can hear the sound at the beginning of the word yachts. Yacht, not yacht. Yes. Yes. You can also hear it at the beginning of the word yam. Yachts, yes. Yam. Yachts, yes. In fluent speech, this sound can be used to connect speech. For example, if you want to say this, 3 eggs will sound like 3 eggs. 3 eggs. 3 eggs. MTN will sound like MTN. MTN. The end will sound like the end. The end. The end. That is not the end of this lesson. So practice with this as well. Yusuf owns a yacht. Yusuf owns a yacht. Yusuf owns a yacht. Yusuf owns... That's good. Yusuf owns a yacht. That's good. About this one, this is another consonant sound and it's pronounced w. 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 We can hear this sound at the beginning of the word we. What? Water. Water. This sound can be silent in some words like right. Right? So this sound can also be used in connected speech, in fluent speech, to connect our words. To connect our words. For example, 2 eggs will sound like 2 eggs. 2 eggs. 2 eggs, which sound like 2 eggs. 2 eggs. 2 eggs. 2 eggs. Okay? In Nigeria, there's a place called Ketu, and we have another place called Ojota. Right? So if the bus conductor are calling this place, they often say Ketu Ojota. But if they want to say naturally, it's going to sound like Ketu Ojota, Ketu Wa, Ketu Ojota, Ketu Ojota. Did you get that? Ketu Ojota. The sound Wa. 2 eggs, Ketu Ojota. 2 eggs, Ketu Ojota. Go out, go out, go out. Let's practice it with this. We fetched water from the well. Alright, this is where we're going to end today's lesson. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Euphony.